Okay, I have it mute.
Hello and welcome to the Cruise and Theme Park Guide. My name's Sierra and welcome to our home live stream that we do about 4 times a year now. And tonight we have a very special episode with our good friend Nick from Travel with Nick and Shannon with Ear to Their Travel. Super excited to see you guys, and we have some business to take care of because EPCOT, the Festival of the Holidays, is amongst us, and Disney last week had released all the food. So I thought we'd come up here and talk about some travel. Maybe you got an upcoming travel. I know I do in January, a little bit after the holidays. But we just want to talk about travel stuff, and then we want to get really excited for the Festival Holidays. So Nick's going to kind of hang out with us and chat about what he does and answer any questions that you guys might have into the chat. And we're just going to have fun tonight. And then he's going to hang out with us till about 8 p.m. And then we'll continue with Festival of the Holidays menus and the food. So I hope that you've had something to eat or you got something in the works because you're going to get hungry tonight. It's going to be so much amazing food in store. Just so glad to see everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get jumped into the chat and just say hello to everybody. So hello, iHeart Disney, Lyle. And Lyle just became a member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Lyle. We're going to have our members only live stream tonight, so I'm really excited. And then we have Nick just waiting backstage for us. Candace, hello, how are you? And then we have Angie C. Welcome in, good to see you.
Okay, Riley, I am about to hop on the computer, okay, so don't come in.
Good to see you. 1 second, let me just go ahead and take care of something real quick. Okay, cool. So we have Angie C. Jalen Butcher, good to see you. Park Bros, welcome in. Welcome in, Park Bros. And then, let's see, just going through the list here. Hello, Alyssa, welcome in. Good to see you, Alyssa. Thank you for joining us. And then we have Disney Magic and Mayhem. Ka-chow, he says, welcome in. Hello, Gray Dragon, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah, we have a very special episode going on, so I'm pretty excited. Go through the list a little more. Tonio Tower, so good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So last week we launched our brand new Figment bots. It's Figment, and I built this myself. I'm really excited. Hope you guys like it. If you're not a moderator, it probably already said hey to you in the chat. And so I'm really excited about what the future holds. I wrote a lot of code to get this going, and I'm just really excited about it. But without further ado, I want to welcome our good friend of the channel ever since its beginning, Nick Jenkins from Ear to Their Travel. Welcome in, Nick. Good to see you.
Hey, Sierra, how you doing tonight? Good to be here.
Yeah, so excited about the food.
I know, right?
EPCOT.
Food festival menus are the best, especially this time of year.
I would say that Festival of the Holidays probably has the best menus. Food and wine people, don't hate me. But I just like the offerings for International Festival of the Holidays. There's so much going on there. It's like and it's only like I think it's I don't know if Arts or Holidays is the shortest, but both of them are super ultra short. And if you blink, you'll miss them.
Exactly.
Tiki Man fan, welcome in. Good to see you. And then, so if you would like to talk about a little bit about what you do, I mean, I'm sure we all know by now what you do. I mean, you've been here on the channel since the beginning, but like, get into your spiel and let's chat.
Well, I'm not going to say that I have an elevator spiel, but that's where it is. But for those of you who have been on this channel since day one over the last 2 years now, welcome back. But for those of you who are brand new, my name is Nick. I am half of Nick and Shannon Jenkins with Ear to Their Travel. We are a group of about 30 agents that are spread across the country. with our home base up in Pennsylvania. So, it's glad to be here. I was a former Disney cast member of 15 years, turned travel agent. I worked in all aspects of the park. I worked in operations at Magic Kingdom as a college program intern. I started my Disney college program in 2000. Left the parks in 2008 and then joined the Disney stores and was with them up until the time we shut down last year, or a couple years ago during COVID, I should say. And then, if I can't make the magic in the stores and the parks, what's the better way of making magic for travelers and families going down to create that magic?
That's so crazy because when I knew you back before the pandemic, you were working 3 jobs.
Yeah, hard to believe that, I know.
Yeah, that's some hard working right there, and that's the kind of hard work that I'd probably want if I wanted somebody to book my vacations and plan my vacations for me. You need somebody with a lot of motivation there to get up early, to stay up late, to make sure those dining reservations go through and all that fun stuff. Because I know sitting there waiting for the app and waiting for things to open up, that's a lot of work.
Because if you want to snag those dining reservations, you're the one that's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get online and log into your My Disney experience, or you're the one hopping on the phone call at 7 o'clock in the morning to get them. And what's great about using us as a travel agent, that service is free for us. We get up at the crack of dawn and make sure that you have those reservations. And if we can't get them, I have a system that I use that is available to everyone. But I have a system that's, I'll go in and put the reservation I'm looking for. And as soon as something comes available, if one comes available, then, I'll go in and snag it as long as I have your credentials to log into your My Disney experience. And, we'll get it taken care of for you.
That's pretty cool. I was always one of those do-it-yourself people, but what I learned is, I get to have just as much work for the same price, or I have to do less work for the same price to go on vacation. And, someone who spent all these years working in the parks, they know more about the parks than me. So definitely probably a good opportunity there. But
and what a lot of people don't realize is this price that you see on the let it be on DisneyWorld.com or Universal.com or even the cruise lines, that's the same price that you'll pay with us. But the difference is those pricings have the commissions built in for the travel agents. So if you're booking it yourself, you're paying for a service that you're not using. So for example, if you have a trip coming up and something, if a discount becomes available and your trip qualifies for it, well, you're the one that's going to be on the phone, could be hours at a time to try and get that taken care of, where we can just go in and we can we can log into your reservation through our portal and we can add that discount for you right then and there. And, we'll shoot you the email saying, hey, we just saved you X amount of money, so you can have it to spend on other things.
That's pretty cool. I want to welcome Nemad. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And I also want to welcome All Aboard with Blake. Definitely always good friends of the channel. I think All Aboard with Blake is going to go live. Is it Friday for Jollywood? Or Saturday for Jolly, or one of these days, or he's going live for Jollywood soon. But, yeah, so, it's just really good to see everybody. Just going to drop in the chat. Anybody has any questions or comments, I'm just going to look. Probably not going to highlight a bunch of, like, hello, but, just trying to see if there's any comments towards the stream here. I think we're more than good. But, so I did turn monetization off tonight just because I wanted the least amount of ads to play. Every time we do these home streams, that's kind of what I do. Just so when Nick is talking and doing his demonstration, which we're about to do in just a moment, I just want so you guys don't get interrupted with an ad, because I know, trying to give your undivided attention. And I think now is the good time. We're gonna hop over, and Nick is gonna show us a few things and show us what he does in his workflow and his day-to-day and his travel endeavors. Alrighty, so we are now looking at Nick's computer on his travel system in his form. So take it away, Nick.
So, it's very simple. These forms right here, what it is it just opens the door for us to start that communication. So let it be, if you want to go to any destination. So Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, Hollywood, Disneyland, or any other destination that you're thinking of, we can definitely do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill out your first name. You're just going to give us some basic information right here. What would you like to call the trip, if you want to call it anything. Choose where you want to go, and then you just agree to our terms and conditions. And then as soon as you hit the submit button, I get notified for it, just saying, hey, someone filled out a form. And then once that goes through, another email comes back over to you. Will come back over to you for you to have access to our calendar. So then that way you can go ahead and choose the time to have a Zoom call with us. These calls typically take no more than 30 minutes. It's just to know you and your travel habits, your travel likes, dislikes, whatever the case may be. Once that call is done, we'll go through and I'll send an email with recapping everything, and then I get to work. Typically speaking, I try and get a proposal with a few options ready for you within 24 to 48 hours based on when you are looking to travel. So if you're looking for something tomorrow, granted, we'll do that right then and there. And then it's in your court. So then once you send everything through, you're going to get an option to approve or disapprove or send me a message, and we go from there. Blake, with Blake, he is actually using our system right now. That once you hit certain time frames of when your trip is to start, you get email reminders saying, hey, you're 2 weeks away from doing your dining plan, or getting your dining reservations. So let's go ahead and start thinking about that. Go ahead and send me all the information you want. Go ahead and send me your top requests for dining. So that way I have it in record. So that way, like I said, come 60 days out at 6 a.m., I can log in and I can go from there.
Yeah, because I know I'm in the parks often, and I know that those lightning lanes, those dining reservations, those hotel reservations, they don't last forever. You can't just show up and get everything you want. So it does. I think it does take a lot of planning and a lot of hard work, regardless if it's Nick or anybody. Like, some hard work involved, and I don't know, like, just think if I was going on one of those, travel out of state, or even local, but the last thing I'd want to do is be sitting there on my phone trying to get a reservation, or you got to have that in the books. I know I just recently this year did a cruise on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas. That ship was absolutely phenomenal. At the time, it was the second largest ship in the world, and it was the newest ship in the world. And I walked right past all the people trying to get into all the theaters for the reservations, and the reason why I got to walk past them is because 30 days out at midnight, we got on there and jumped and got all the reservations for all the shows. So I got to see every single show in the ship, and I didn't wait 5 minutes. I just walked past it. Pretty much the lightning lane. So I know we're talking about Disney right now, but in general, like, you need somebody in your court that can plan for this stuff. Because you've already got to focus. Nick's not going to come to your house and pack. Your travel agent's not going to come to the house and pack, and it's not going to magically pack itself. The only person who can magically pack themselves is Merlin. We saw that way before we were born. But yeah, I just want to welcome in a few people here. Welcome in Buzz Lightyear fan. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us. And Billy Larson, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Hope you find everything you're looking for here, because we're live in the parks. I do cruise vlogs and all kinds of stuff. And I also have another channel, but CMR Create mods want to drop a link, you can do that. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to Nick's little
Yeah, so
story here.
I mean, as you were saying, Sierra, if when you're in the parks, you don't want to be constantly checking your phone, saying, "Hey, is this good to go?" You're there to have fun. Our services start from the moment you contact us to the moment you pretty much get home. Now, there are some things that we cannot we cannot do once you check in, but if it's something like asking for dining reservations, you say, hey, we're here for X amount of days. We didn't get this dining reservation. Do you mind checking on it for us and getting it for us? Yeah, I can do that. Now, if it's something a little more severe or more hands-on, then we will hand you off to Disney's guest services to get everything taken care of. But our job starts from the time you send the initial form all the way to the time you get back home, and even so on, even going out from there. I mean, we have our system set up where if we have your birthday or your anniversary in our system, you get an email from us on your birthday, on your anniversary, so that way that we are thinking about you, and we want to make sure that you become part of our travel agent family, that you're not just a number to us, that we get to know who you are and what you want to do, and what your travel experiences and likes and dislikes are.
That's pretty cool. So how easy is it to submit our travel form? I know you guys just saw the link from ItsFigment, or actually it should have came.
I mean, very, very simple. We'll just use me as a test right here. Oops. So you just fill out the form. We're going to do this. If you're flexible with dates, that's great. If you have exact dates in mind, you can put those in. And then we're just going to go, let's say we just want to go to Disney. Okay, now we're just going to agree. We're going to submit, and then you're going to get popped up with this box right here showing that your trip request has been submitted. Once that is done, my system will inform me that there is a test, there is a stream right here. And then, I'll get a notification saying, hey, if we haven't heard back from you over the first 3 days, then we're going to send an email out to you saying, hey, did we lose you? What's going on? Things along those lines. And after 10 days, after our final follow-up, we'll just close out your file and keep it in mind for us should the need arise again. But yeah, it's very simple to do. It takes less than 30 seconds to fill out that form. And then, once you get the email back from us on the your account on the Zoom request, on the consult request, then it's we're off to the races. Like I said, 30-minute phone call. If it goes over 30 minutes, goes over 30 minutes. I had a client most recently that we went over everything. First time Disney visitor. He had a lot of questions on everything, and I answered every single one of them. So our call was about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So every family is different. Every traveler is different. And we're there to make sure that you know where you're going. You don't have to worry about anything. There's not going to be any hiccups. And if there are, well, guess what? We're here to help you navigate them.
Awesome. Well, so yeah, simple little vacation request. You can see that down in the description, and I do have my Figment bot dropping the link, although it doesn't look like it's done it yet. If anybody wants to book the travel, you can always come to my stream and all that fun stuff. And it looks like we just ran into some technical issues. We just lost Nick. So let me go ahead and there we go.
Welcome back.
Let me go ahead and get you reassigned here. Hey, I mean, we're live, so hey, it happens. We lost Nick for just a second, but we are back. I was gonna just switch over to something. I mean, I've got all these scenes set up, but anybody has any questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Nick. Uh, Actually, let's go ahead and do our Q&A for travel, and then once we're done with that, we'll head over to the food. So don't go anywhere, and anybody looking to come or just want to learn some things about traveling and travel agents and Disney or cruising or anything, go ahead and drop it in the chat, and we can go ahead and try to get it answered for you.
And I will let you know that Disney has released a lot of discounts right now for travel in 2026. I mean, their biggest one that they released over the summer was a free dining plan for kids ages 3 to 9, which is a huge savings for that. So as long as when you do a package deal, room, ticket, and dining plan package, and the adults have it. The kids ages 3 and 9 get that for free. That is a monster saving right there. And unlike the other deals, the dining plan deal can be stacked or can be used in combination with the other discounts that are out there. So you have some that are where you can save up to $250 a night on a 4-night, 4-day room and ticket package. This spring from February 22nd through July 25th. You have things such as, let's see, I'm missing one here. If you're a Disney Plus subscriber, you can get a 3-day, 3-park ticket for starting at $109 a night, or $109 a day, which is about $325 plus tax. So there are a lot of deals going on right now. When you have that. Looks like Robin has with an AP. So if you have an annual pass and the other members of your family don't, that is fine. We can book that annual pass holder discount room as a room only with the annual pass holder, and you get that annual pass discount. The only downside is the rest of the family would have to purchase tickets a la carte. So that's the only discount that's the workaround with that one. Now, when you book a room, the room only, the first night deposit is what's due. The balance is due on check-in. If you're purchasing the tickets a la carte or separately, that has to be booked. It has to be paid for at time of booking. So that's the only downside on that one. Also, earlier in the summer, cruise lines went from a 20% booking deposit on booking to a 10% deposit on booking. Now that's cut in half. So that's 5% at time of booking on select cruises, for departing up through January 18th, but for sales from March 26, 2026 to May of 2027. So really great deals going on right now as far as what you can get with Disney to kind of create that magic and have your own magical vacation. Robin, once again, the discount for annual pass holders is not available all year. However, if you have an annual pass and there's not a discount available at that time, yes, we can call and just see if there's anything out there that has not been prompted out yet.
Thanks for that question. Does anybody have any questions before we jump into the food? If you guys have any questions throughout the show, we got Nick here for another half hour. And let's go ahead and jump into my favorite part of the night. The
food time!
So EPCOT's my favorite theme park in the entire world, and probably most of yours as well. It's just a park that you can ride some cool rides, and then you can eat some food, and to me, it's just like a hangout park. You just get to go just do absolutely nothing, and Winnie the Pooh style, walk around eating honey and doing absolutely nothing. But hey, we're 10 days away from opening day of the International Festival of the Holidays. So we're gonna kind of go through the food tonight, and so let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna head over, think Communal Core Hall, guys. Let's take a look at these cookies. Spaceship Earth cookies. Lots of good stuff. So we have the experimental prototype cookies of tomorrow, and that's going to be the food booth inside of Communicore Hall. I know for Food and Wine, they did not do a festival booth inside of the Food and Wine Festival, but I think it was because the Gooftastic Summer overlapped a little bit, and it was just easier to just keep it that way. And I am hoping the big gingerbread Spaceship Earth will be there, and I'm pretty sure it will. That would be super cool. So we have a prototype cookie, sugar cookie with orange cranberry icing, dark chocolate. We have a ginger molasses cookie, salted caramel Spaceship Earth cookie, and that is the one that I will get. And I guess it's important to note that I think they're doing the cookie stroll again this year, where you go around the world and get all the cookies, and then once you mark, it's kind of like the fromage montage. You get the different cookies that they choose or whatever, and then you get your gift at the end. This year, for Food and Wine, it was a lime. It was pretty much a lime Dole Whip. It was pretty cool. It came in a little plastic glass, and while it's not super expensive, the glass was cool, and we kept it. Gingerbread milkshake. I would think that a gingerbread milkshake with a gingerbread cookie. If you love gingerbread, then I guess that's the way to go. But Park Bros says they showed a picture of the bakers working on gingerbread Spaceship Earth for this year. Oh, nice. I really liked that last year. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, we have gingerbread hot cocoa, gingerbread milkshake, and then there's some beers and beer flights. I don't really do a lot of alcohol throughout the year, but I do probably get more alcohol during this time, just because the temperatures are lower and I don't have to worry about hydration. Of course, when I'm streaming, no drinks for me, nothing like that. But on my own time, just hanging out, having a good time, I might indulge in some eggnog or something. And so let's go to the next booth, the festival. Favorites of the festivals. That's the one right outside. It's always a festival favorites booth. Oh my god. They have Reuben croquets with pastrami, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese and dipping sauce. That looks good. I don't know how well it'll taste, but I'm definitely going to try it for this year. We are going to go opening day for Festival of Holidays. I don't think there's going to be a stream, just because, sometimes I just want to enjoy it. Plus, it's not stream day. We'll go back the very next day, and I'll probably stream and see if we can get some stuff on camera or whatever. And, going live during a food festival is kind of hard when you're by yourself, because it's kind of hard to be holding the gimbal and finding a place to eat and all that. And so there's a brown sugar and mustard glazed ham sliders, and you're going to see that in the picture here. I mean, that doesn't look like I need that. But I mean, if it was available and I was nearby and the line was short, I'd go for it. And then you have your Panette Holiday Trifle, your eggnog custard topped with cranberry, cherry compote, and sugared almonds. I think that's worth trying. And that's just kind of how I roll. If you're coming for the holidays and you just got to get an EPCOT day in, you're not going to be able to eat all this food. So definitely pick your favorites. But for someone like me, I'm going to come back week after week after week and try new things. I might make a little video for Friday. We'll make a little short video. Since we have 4,000 subscribers, which I'm very proud of, there's people with 50 to 100,000 subscribers doing the same video, so I won't spend a ton of time, but it will show you kind of all the goodies that I liked and enjoyed and all that fun stuff. And then we have a cranberry oatmeal cookie here. This is going to be in the Odyssey, where Brewing Lab is currently at. And then you're going to have Goofy Claus and Santa Claus in there. Um, very popular location, but it's always so nice in there. And like, you know, people like Christmas and holidays at different levels and different everything. And I think that just being here in the Odyssey Pavilion and seeing Goofy Santa Claus, that's what kind of does it for me. You know, the whole Disney Christmas feel, and I just really like Goofy Claus, Goofy Claus. And then we have the red velvet cake pop with Vesa sprinkles. I guess that's what this is going to be. You think of red velvet cake pop being like a red and icing and stuff, but not quite there. Then we have a reindeer chow featuring Oh, that's that one. I guess that is the cake pop with the green. I mean, it looks like a bell pepper to me, or banana pepper, but I bet it tastes really, really, really good. And then the apple crumb cake. And then you got the chocolate covered toffee brittle. I mean, that looks kind of cool. But the red velvet cake and the cranberry oatmeal cookie are new. I mean, but it's new. I mean, but I don't know. But I'm definitely going to try it. Definitely going to try it. I might just list a compile of a bunch of new stuff and then go try it. Hello, Disney cast crew member Monique. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And if everybody could just give me the thumbs up on the video. If you're enjoying the stream, we're just kind of covering some menus and stuff. And if you have any travel questions, be sure to drop them in the chat as we're doing this. So we got the desserts, and then, of course, Joffrey's hot chocolate. You know, it can't be Festival of the Holidays. It can't be a cool day in Orlando without going to get some hot chocolate or something over there at Joffrey's. And then you have the absolute most Joffrey's options at EPCOT. Was there 6 Joffrey's booths over there? I don't know how many there are, but I think there's at least 6 of them.
Yeah, there's one at World over by Guardians, and then over in the United Kingdom. Those are the only 2 that I know of.
But you got one over by Mexico. You've got one over in the America Pavilion. There's like 5 or 6 of them. I know there's at least 5. I'm thinking of 5 of them right now, but I'm thinking there's like 6. And then you got your hot cocos, your hard winter cider, and then your normal like stouts and beers and stuff. And then let's go over to World Discovery. This is what you're gonna find in Connections. You got your Figment holiday sweater Ligier waffle. You got your holiday sugar cookie. That's kind of weird because it's a Ligier Figment waffle, but it's got the World Discovery logo on it. I just don't see much Figment going on here. But I mean, they definitely have some good waffles. I'm not going to get too into that one because Connections, like, that's not what you think of when you're trying to do some food. But the Mexican booth here has a toste de carne, braised beef, slowly cooked Mexican style atop fried corn and beans, crispy onions, and queso fresco. This I need. I need this. I don't know about you guys, but this looks good and yummy, and this is something that like you don't see every day. It's not new, and I think I did have it last year. And then we have the tamal del pollo con mole, and I am not a Spanish speaker, and I know I butchered that, and Melody's probably in the next room like wanting to yell at me because she likes when I pronounce things correctly. But not really. I mean, tamales are good. They're not bad. But not really something I'm like dying to have like the other one. And then I have a friend who lives out in California, and he says churros grow on trees out in California. And he told me to go out there and see for myself. I'm going to do that, but in the meantime, EPCOT has churros for the holidays. And if I don't get this thing every single time I go to the festival holidays, I am not doing this thing enough justice. Because look, looks like it's got some. It looks like honey coming out of it. I'm not sure, but. And then they have a chai amazing margarita, like a chai margarita. That's gonna be interesting. You have a horchata margarita, and a holiday cerveza. Oh my god. This looks good. So over in the Shanghai holiday kitchen menu, which I think that's like the Joy of Tea, right around the Joy of Tea over there. They usually have like the egg rolls. The barbecue char STIU pork fried rice with Chinese lechang sausage. Well, there goes egg yellow, onion. I don't really do the eggs, but tell me that doesn't look good. That looks so good. You know, it'd be a nice cold day and you got a warm bowl of rice with some like seasoned meats on top. That sounds pretty cool. Then you have your beef noodle soup bowl. All of this, I mean, I'm gonna gain so much weight in December. Like it's not gonna be funny. We're gonna just go ahead and say I'm gonna gain a lot of weight. So Nick, so far, is there anything that you gotta have?
Everything.
Everything.
Personally, I like my margaritas, so I would probably have to try the chai margarita.
Yeah, I wish you were doing the marathon weekend. We might have to like have margaritas. We would have to have margaritas waiting for you to circle around the World Showcase. All right, and then we have this vegetable spring roll. So I don't limit myself to like meat only or vegetable only dishes. But I'm somebody who, just because this doesn't have meat in it, that doesn't mean I wouldn't eat it. I would eat this all day long. It's kind of a tease of the cheeseburger spring rolls over at Magic Kingdom. You know that there's nothing better. Cheeseburger spring rolls, that's the breakfast of champions over there at the Adventureland. Because you get your cheeseburger spring rolls and you go rope drop the Jingle Cruise, and there's nothing better. That is the life right there. And we have a Tiger Milk Tea Brew Hub of the Year, Butterfly Lantern, which has pea blossom gin, vodka, prickly pear syrup, lychee syrup, and white boba. Good, cool, fruity drink to go with this stuff. All right, so let's head down over to the African Outpost, like the Dole Whip capital, EPCOT over there, the refreshment outpost. I love that place. There's plenty of seating over there. There's always something good. And they got some spiced shrimp stew with jollof rice, which is a new item. Raspberry Dole Whip and a waffle cone. And it looks like we got some mules here. A Boyd and Blair chai tea mule. So my tea drinkers, where you at? This chai tea mule with a little cinnamon stick coming out of it. I definitely probably not what I want to drink, but that's a really good idea. I think it's cool. Definitely worth trying out. And the Holiday Bavaria Holiday Kitchen menu. This is Germany. This is the booth that has the longest line of the entire Festival of the Holidays. Because, you know, Germany is kind of the center of Festival of the Holidays, I think. so much going on over there, and it's so beautiful over there in Germany. It's just the absolute favorite kitchen for this whole thing. So we have a pork schnitzel, which you see in the picture here. Um, it it just looks amazing. So yeah, and it looks like we have a cheese fondue and a bread bowl. I remember this last year. It's like the cheese soup and the bread is carved as a bowl. Definitely amazing for them cool mornings over there at Epcot. And then we have a hazelnut Linzer cookie. This is part of the cookie stroll, and I remember this last year. I think the Linzer cookie was super popular. And I think this may be why the lines are so long. And I don't think Melody Time is actually in the chat, but I will tell you that this is her whole festival here. This, what is it called? I mean, it's mulled wine, but the Gluhween house-made hot spice wine. It's the mulled wine. Every time we're at Festival of Holidays, I always see her going to get the mulled wine. It's kind of served pretty warm, not like scalding hot, but it's served pretty warm. And such a long wait to get it, but so good. So just make sure nobody came in. So who's hungry? Everybody.
I am.
Is everybody hungry yet? I'm starving. I didn't eat dinner before we came in. We were getting ready for our sound check and just getting everything looking good. As you can see, I've been working on the studio, the lighting, the sound, the scenes. I don't think there's any production issues so far. So we're looking good. So let's go ahead and move past Germany a little bit. Let's keep on going. So we have the Tuscany Holiday Kitchen menu, which is in Italy. Yeah, it's that booth right on the other side. A little interesting. It's closer to the World Showcase. And that's a pretty long line. I would say that the Italy food for the festivals are not my favorite. I think they are worth a try. But a lot of times you have like a $9 or $10 plate that's like just a couple bites. I Heart Disney says, I heard all the food in Italy for the festival sucked. I guess I'm saying the lighter version of that. Like, there's a lot of good stuff over there, but it just seems like for me it's a lot of bread, a huge, not a huge dish, and it's always like $10. So the word on the street is the food is worth skipping over there in the Italy pavilion, but I would say this Italian-inspired blood orange margarita with tequilas, triple sec, and blood orange liqueur reminds me of when we worked together, that blood orange margarita that they used to have. It was pretty good. So we're going to do the fife and drum menu. This is the turkey leg place, I think, isn't it? Oh,
I believe so, it is.
And so the Regal Eagle. Frozen gingerbread eggnog with gingerbread syrup topped with nutmeg. Guys, if you need to find me, just call the Regal Eagle. I think that's where I'll be. I'm going to be over there drinking some frozen gingerbread eggnog. It really depends on the day and the temperature, because you won't see me drinking this when it's cold. So the Block and Hans menu, which is that American pavilion right where the Christmas tree is, not too far from the stage, over to the side where the Art of Disney is. They've got cinnamon glazed nuts with an apple pie frozen slush. That booth is going to be absolutely insane, and they've only got a few items. So the American holiday table menu. Chocolate cookie featuring Snicker bar pieces. Like a snickerdoodle, I guess. Slow turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cranberry sauce. I think I tried this last year, and I don't think I was like loving it, but I don't think it was bad either. Blackened catfish, Hoppin' John, and comeback sauce. Disney Magic and Mayhem Richard, if you're in the chat, if you do come down for this festival, we got to go get this. We got some black eyed peas and some catfish. I think this is the dish that they say makes you want to go home and slap your grandma. Because this one right here, I don't know. I love catfish, and it's been a long time since Richard's not gonna eat a Hoppin' John. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this. I'm really excited about this actually, and I'll let you but don't tell people because you know fish are friends, not food. I don't know. And then one of my favorite booths. It doesn't even really matter what season, but we've got the red velvet cake funnel cake. Nick could probably attest to this. How many times you've been to Six Flags over Georgia and you just walk through and smell the funnel cake?
Too many times to count.
That was like
I definitely want this one.
That was like growing up. Like you could smell funnel cake all through the park. So the little white booth, I think it's between Japan and the American Pavilion. And there's never a line there. It's not like all the other booths have this crazy line. You can get in and out of there. I mean, it takes them longer to make the dish than it does to wait in line. Shai Wasu Holiday Kitchen Menu. We have the strawberry bun, pink soft dessert bao, containing sweet strawberry cream filling, finished with a light coconut sauce. So what do you guys think? I think all right. I mean, but let's move over to the sushi. We have a sushi tree roll. Has anybody ate sushi Christmas tree? I mean, I like to try sushi, but I'm not like a huge sushi fan. But I'm always like into trying it. And then the tashiki soba, buckwheat soba noodles, and a hot dashi fish-based soup, topped with shrimp tempura and chopped green onion. So you get one shrimp on top of your noodles. Candace says hard pass on the sushi. The sushi for me is good to try. I'm not like, I gotta go have sushi. I think if you're gonna do sushi at EPCOT, cheeky size, like hands down. And then you get to get in out of the weather and just hang out. The views are beautiful over there. But hey, maybe. And then you got your sake and your lemon poppin' green apple boba pearls. The Tangerine Cafe. We're in Morocco, guys. We have made it all the way to Morocco. So we have a Moroccan wrap, the tomato cucumber relish and garlic sauce served on Moroccan flatbread. This is a hard yes. Yes, please. Tony says, I'm a hard pressed on blueberries. Hello, Olivia. Good to see you. Welcome in. Olivia says that sushi is definitely a no-go for you. I'm pretty sure Melody will get some of the sushi. Then we have the Moroccan flatbread, and there's different options. It looks like the chermoula chicken, the Moroccan spice lamb, the falafel, the stone baked Moroccan bread with assorted clips. See if we can get some pictures here. The La Cham holiday kitchen menu, a black and white Mickey cookie. Does anybody not like Mickey shaped food? I think you're in the wrong stream if you don't, maybe. For some reason, Mickey foods taste so much better when it's shaped like Mickey Mouse. Hey, Olivia, welcome to the stream. We were just talking about the EPCOT Festival of the Arts. They just released the festival menus for the festival for the holidays. So if you need to find your sister, you know where she'll be. She'll be over there in the Germany pavilion drinking her mulled wine and eating Mickey-shaped foods. Fun. So, yeah, let's look at some more stuff. And we have a pastrami on rye. You know, you got to eat the first course before you can start eating all these cookies. Pastrami on rye, house-made pickles with deli mustard. I think pastrami and mustard kind of has like a weird, like, peanut butter and jelly kind of relationship. For me, the pickle, I'd have to take the pickle off, but the rest of it would be good to go. And it's funny, I love pickles. I just don't want pickles on my sandwich. All right, so Nick probably has a 9 or 10-year-old, I think 10-year-old now, that
yes
is probably going to try to like fight and advocate for staying up later. So we can go ahead and everybody go ahead and say goodnight to Nick. And if you have any travel questions, you know where to find us all. There's a lot of cool travel stuff for the holidays.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us, Nick.
No, thank you for having me. I do want to let everyone know who's watching the stream right now. A promo that we are running as far as our side of the travel agency is concerned. If you book a trip between now and the 4th of December, just put that deposit down, then you can get up to $100 gift card to Disney or Universal, or up to $100 onboard credit on your cruise. So definitely a great way to save some money. It also helps support Sierra. She's been doing amazing things over the last couple years that we've been a part of her journey. So definitely check it out. The link is in the description. It should be dropping here. Figment should be dropping it soon. And then, yeah. So like I said, it's a deal that's going on just from us, and it's also going to be able, you can combine it with any of the discounts and deals that the destinations have. So Universal, Disney, or cruise lines.
Yeah, I appreciate it. A big shout out and big thanks to Nick, and we'll see you live on the stream. We're gonna do a stream Magic Kingdom early, do some holiday stuff, some rope drop fun, and I invite all of you guys to join me. And then afterwards we're gonna do a members only stream. But thank you so much, Nick, for joining us, and we will see you soon.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. All right. Cool. It's always fun to have Nick on here. We do this stream like before every festival. I just kind of like to get hyped up for the food, because I'm telling you, like, other than what I've ate last year, this is my first look at the festival too. So it kind of gives me an idea what's going on. So we have a smoked salmon, potato cake, latke. Yeah, I mean, that sounds kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, thank you guys for the warm welcome with Nick and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, so we have smoked salmon. I'm just gonna say smoked salmon potato, like a little potato patty. If that's like $5-6, I'd probably eat it, but otherwise I'd probably pass. And then we have a Brooklyn Brewery chocolate stout, and then we have a Rouge la pastry with raspberry jam, almonds, walnuts, and cinnamon. And I think some of you guys who have like nut allergies, this probably wouldn't work, but it looks amazing. And then let's go to the Le Marché de Noël holiday kitchen menu. And this is that red food booth out in the front of France. It's always super busy. We were out at the Food and Wine Festival Saturday, and like I think before like noon we could get to all the booths super easy, but then like by noon it just went crazy. So I do recommend you getting there early. The festival booths open at 11. And because some of these booths you're gonna be waiting an hour for these little snacks. So it's insane. So we have the macaron de Noël oi spices. I don't know. I'm really not good at pronouncing things, so forgive me and laugh at me all at the same time. I just remember macarons at Publix, and these look so yummy. But the little the little emblem on there looks super cool. Let's go ahead and scroll through the pictures here. Looks like we have chicken and mushroom. No, it's turkey. Dinde rote sauce and garniture serve avec patatas douces. Roasted turkey with mushrooms, pearl onions, bacon, and turkey gravy, and roasted sweet potatoes. That is a win for me. Crème de salmon fumé in brioche. I'm just going to leave it at that. Smoked salmon spread on sesame brioche roll with cucumber and radishes. I'm open to trying this. I'm really open to trying this, but I don't know that I'd want this. Gingerbread is the best that anybody can have for a craving. And I think I Heart Disney is craving bacon right now. But who doesn't love bacon? The only people who don't love bacon are the people who don't love bacon. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much yummy stuff here. The Yukon Holiday Kitchen menu in Canada. We have the maple leaf shortbread cookies, which is part of the cookie stroll. This is new this year. We have seared salmon with butternut squash puree, maple bourbon glaze, and fennel arugula salad. I'm down with this. And then you have your beef bourguignon. I always love the beef bourguignon at EPCOT, and this will probably be one of my first dishes that I get. Beef bourguignon is where it's at, y'all. Candace is the maple leaf cookie definitely hits a spot on top of hers. And then Lyle says, should try that. Like, I haven't seen a single thing on this menu that I won't try. And I've actually seen a lot of things I would like to try. But then there's a lot of things on here that I just got to have it. So I will eat everything on these menus. I'm not excited about everything off the menus. And some things I'm not interested in trying because maybe I've had them, or maybe it's just, there's too much food. And then there's some of the stuff I'm going to gobble up, just like the beef bourguignon here. So we're all the way from Communicore Hall all the way around to Canada at the moment. So we have the frozen Joffrey's coffee, 81 Bay Brewing Peanut Butter Banana Porter. Peanut butter beer. I think I'm mostly a pass on that, but I am interested to see what kind of taste it has. And then refreshment port menu. It's gonna be near Canada. It's probably gonna be the Hawaiian booth for Food and Wine. You got your turkey poutine, sweet potato fries with turkey gravy, cranberry relish, and crispy onions. So I don't really do sweet potato fries. Sweet potatoes are not my favorite, but like if I bite into one, it's not gonna hurt me. But peanut butter beer does not sound good, says Angie. Yeah, peanut butter beer. I mean, it's a thing. We'll see what it's about. And so let's head over here to the Swirled Showcase. Anybody doesn't know the Swirled Showcase is the old former Starbucks location from when they moved it out of the old Epcot to that little corner booth before they moved it over to Connections. I think it was like the temporary location for a little while until they finally moved it. Because they had the old Starbucks location and they have the temporary location, and then we have the one we have now. But liquid nitrogen chocolate peppermint mousse featuring M&M's holiday mint chocolate candies. I know you guys are going to hate me on this, and you guys are probably going to bash me on this, so go ahead. But the mint is where I draw the line. I do not like mint on my food. Everything else sounds amazing. Everything else sounds amazing, but I just don't like the mint on the food. That's it. Blake says I gotta try this because it is nitro. Yeah, it has the nitrous, like frozen dry ice kind of thing, and like that sounds amazing. It's just the mint. Can't do the mint. I am one of those people that does not like mint on food. Mint is for brushing your teeth, not eating food. It just really interferes with all the good taste. I'm like having a good time and I'm like biting and eating into everything. And then I taste all this crazy mint and it just ruins it for me. So we have the liquid nitrogen chocolate peppermint mousse featuring M&M's holiday mint chocolate candies. Oh my God, these are so good. Right now they have a salted caramel soft serve over there at the Swirl Showcase. Best thing ever. We have our beverages, soda float, Parks root beer, red cream soda. This is where you're going to get your fun, non-alcoholic holiday stuff. And then a coffee float. So the holiday sweet treats menu, I think this is going to be your cookie stroll location, if I'm not mistaken. It's near the point of entry. We have a peppermint sundae for you peppermint lovers. Festive flight featuring hot cocoa, Joffrey's non-alcoholic new Christmas sugar cookie hot cocoa, gingerbread hot cocoa, and cookie butter hot cocoa. This was featuring on the Festival of the Holidays menu thing. I am all for this. We are going to go get some pictures and some video of this, and I am ready. I am ready for some hot cocoa. And if there's a little mint on it, I'll pretend that it tastes good for the camera. But I'm really, 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 really into this. And then we have the carrot. I mean, this is just where your hot cocoa's at, y'all. I mean, there's so much hot cocoa at this place. And I'm pretty sure that this is where you're going to get your cookie straw reward. So, I think it's 6 cookies. Just like the fromage montage for the Food and Wine Festival. We'll definitely be enjoying this and indulging in this. So the Mille Calamica Holiday Kitchen. Sorry, I do have some speech issues sometimes. The Kahlua pork with coconuts, sweet potatoes, and mango salad. I think that's this one. I want to try this. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to love this, but I'm going to try this. The Lomi Lomi. I had this last year, the Lomi Lomi salmon, but it looks different. Tomatoes, onions, salmon roe, yuzu, mayo, and yuca chips. And then we have the holiday mocha cookie, which seems kind of cool. Hey, Vamon's Gray, welcome in. Good to see you. We're doing a little home stream tonight, hanging out, having a good time. We're going to do a members only stream at 9. I'm going through this a little bit faster, so it'd be good to have me a little break before streams. But I did really like this booth last year. So we'll give that a try. And so we have the Noche Buena Coquina menu between World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion, because there's some over there, like there's like 2 or 3. It's right behind World Showcase. I am getting this. A pan de jamon, traditional Latin Christmas bread rolled with ham, raisins, and green olives. And this is kind of interesting because you've got raisins and green olives in the same dish. I never thought I would ever eat those at the same time, but I am going to this year. And then we have a plant-based chorizo tamale. I mean, we already talked about tamales over there at the Mexican booth. Like I said, there's not a single thing I wouldn't try here. For me, it's going to be all about the money and what I'm interested in at the time. And then here's the cinnamon spiced chocolate crinkle cookie. That icing on it seems pretty cool, I think. The ponche. I heard Disney, you got to come down here and have it with me. And then you got the Ponche Navido Christmas Punch with apples, pears, guava, oranges, dried hibiscus, brown sugar, tamarind, cinnamon sticks, and the cloves. This is a non-alcoholic dish. And it does seem kind of nice. So now we got chestnuts, good cheer holiday menu. This is also located between the Figment Pavilion and the World Showcase. So we have chestnuts. Yeah, so we got almonds, cashews, and pecans. I'm so down with this. And then fire roasted chestnuts. And then some non-alcoholic eggnog. I heard Disney says the chestnuts were disappointment last year. I'm going to give it a try. And I had this last year. I think I had it live on the stream. In the Land Pavilion. The peanut butter cookie featuring M&M's, minis, and chocolate candies. Yum, yum, yum. I'll have 2, please. And then we have the cookie milkshake. I mean, it looks like a little cookies and cream milkshake with a cool little snowflake on top. I think it's kind of cool. And this makes me want to go out and get a Frappuccino right now, even though that's not a Frappuccino. It's a frozen ice. It's an iced latte with whip. And then we have, of course, some Joffrey stuff. We have some kids stuff. Lots of kids picks all around. Plenty of things for the kids to eat. But yeah. So, I mean, everything sounds pretty good. Anybody have your thoughts? Let's chat. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Um, this is going to be a nice festival. I will be spending as much time as possible when I'm not streaming or when I'm streaming, like at this festival. Every year I just kind of like get more and more involved with the International Festival of the Holidays. But we all know that Magic Kingdom is the place to stream on the holidays, especially getting closer to it. There will be lots of streams. And then the week of Christmas, they do the Very Merry Christmas Parade the whole week. So we'll be doing a lot of that. I'll be streaming as much as my body can allow me. I Heart Disney says I could drink 100 cups of that Mexican punch. We just got to make it and batch it. We got to batch it for you. Everybody, everybody PayPal and send I Heart Disney some money so she can batch some Mexican punch. Hopefully it's not alcoholic so she don't encounter a different kind of Mexican punch. But yeah. Angie says that shake looks delicious. I'm telling you, this is my favorite event Disney does all year. I mean, well, Festival of the Arts is my favorite festival, but Festival of the Holidays I think has the best food. And then I'm really sad this year because I'm going to be missing half of the Festival of the Arts this year, my absolute favorite EPCOT Festival. But there's a really good reason. I will be at Disneyland. Be doing a lot of fun Disneyland stuff. Disney's California Adventure, Disneyland. And then we're going to do a sail away party on a cruise ship. But awesome guys. So I know a lot of you guys have YouTube channels, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. Here's my affiliate link for vidIQ. If you use my code here, supports the channel. And also give you a little discount. And it helps you generate thumbnails, do SEO for channels. It'll tell you what all your competitors are up to. There's some coaching, and it'll teach you everything you need to do to get started with YouTube. So if you just want to use my link, if you want to sign up for this, if not, it's totally okay. I just threw it in there because this is actually for the other channel. But yeah. So thank you guys for joining me. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And everybody, go ahead and check down below or wherever you're watching from, and make sure to get that thumbs up button pressed. It certainly helps me. People find our channel and join our community. And yeah, so I mean, to be honest with you, like, I'm gonna do more of these home streams because I love my little studio setup here. Been working on it, and you know, it looks cool, and it's awesome to have this now. I've been building this for like 4 or 5 years, and we're finally there. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and don't forget, at 9 o'clock we'll be doing a members only live stream, where we're just gonna hang out and have a lot of fun and just do our thing. So if you're a member of this channel, or you want to become a member of the channel, we'll see you then. Let me go. Anybody who want to become a member and join us, we're going to go right there. I mean, I'm going to talk about upcoming tech for the channel. I'm going to talk about the Disneyland trip. I'm going to like just chat with you guys, and we're just going to have a hangout, a fun night. I mean, we're not going to get too crazy into anything. But I'm going to start doing these about once a month. I'm just going to talk about like where we're going to take the channel. Thank you so much, Lamans. So good to see you always. I'm so happy and appreciative that you come in and hang out with us. So thank you very much, and I'll see you real soon. And I just want to start like putting some more power into the members. I'm slowly trying to get all my tech built, everything done, so I can spend more time creating, adding more stuff to the member stuff, doing member streams. Just kind of being active into the community here. And then let the members decide like where we're streaming and just kind of connect. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for joining me tonight, and thank you so much. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to play the music. I had some music backed up because I have it all set up on our little drive here. So yeah, I was gonna have some nice little Christmas music in the background. Well, and we'll probably do this for the members only stream and all this. But I'm going to have dinner, get everything all set up, and then I will see you guys back here at 9. Well, everybody have a great night, and I'll see you either tonight or Saturday morning.